Here we are at the Warrens Occult Museum. Hi YouTubers, I'm Tony Spera, and I'm going to take you on a journey to see Annabelle. The museum is presently closed, ladies and gentlemen, due to zoning issues. I want to show you really quickly the Annabelle doll. We're walking in the museum now. This is going to be a treat, I hope. In this case that Dan Rivera, my senior lead investigator, made is a portable case that he made to transport the doll, and he did a very good job because he has placards of St. Michael the Archangel on both sides of the doll case. He has 3 crosses on the case, one on each side and one on top here, which signifies the Holy Trinity. The stain on the case was infused with holy oil and holy water. Now I'm going to show you the doll, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is. This is the Annabelle doll. And she doesn't look like much, but let me tell you that she is a dangerous artifact, probably the most dangerous artifact in this entire museum. I'm going to go up a little closer and I'm going to open the door. Don't think I'm crazy, because I'm not crazy, though you may think I am. I know how to handle this because I'm not going to ever touch her. Here she is. This is the real doll, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the actual sign that Mr. Ed Warren made way back when he got the doll and brought her in. If you look closely on the doll, you can see a bracelet that was put on by Donna, the nurse that received the doll from her mom. I'm going to go up close so you can see the eyes. I'm going to give you a really good view of this doll and all the different parts of her. I'm very close now. I'm only within a few inches, but I'm not going to actually touch her. And people say to us all the time, well, what's the big deal about touching a doll? Well, it's the aura, your aura, ladies and gentlemen, around you. Every human and every living thing has an aura. If God created it and it's alive, it has an aura. And that aura is perfect when you're born. Problem is, you don't know if that aura remained perfect. It's a supernatural glow around your body, ladies and gentlemen, and you could have a chink in that aura. I could. Now, I don't know I have a chink. I was born with a perfect aura. But the problem is, through different things in your life, it could be through alcoholism, through drug use, through just not relating at all to God or thinking about God and His power, that He is your creator, maybe mental dysfunction, you have a chink in that aura. That's where the devil seeks to go, wants to go there. And I'm going to zoom in on her face. I don't want you guys out there to really stare at her too much and keep playing this YouTube video back. Yes, I want likes. Yes, I want views. But I don't want you to get in trouble. So just, look at it. Don't keep going back to the video. This doll is infused with evil. We don't know where it came from. All we know is that Donna, the nurse that received the doll, received it from her mom on her 28th birthday. Donna was a nurse in Hartford, at Hartford Hospital, and she had a roommate that was also a nurse. And the mom gave it to her as a present, and Donna was very happy because she liked dolls, as a lot of young girls and young women do. Just like I like cars, they like dolls. So she received it and took it everywhere with her in the house. She started to notice funny things happening, though. In other words, the doll would be moved from where she left it, and everybody would swear that they didn't move the doll. One day she had it on the couch. She went to work with a roommate, came home, and it was on the bed. And they didn't have anybody in the house. But then, when it kept happening, they started to think that maybe the superintendent of the building that they were renting was playing a joke on them. So they put a piece of tape on the bottom of the entry door. They put the rug at a certain location so it would move if they opened the door. And when they came home from work one day, nothing was touched. The tape was intact. Everything was intact. But the doll had moved again. Her legs were crossed when they were uncrossed when they left. And the thing that really set them off was they were at the breakfast nook one day and they were having breakfast. they had the doll sitting next to them. Suddenly the doll's little flimsy arms, see them? Made out of cloth, levitated and landed on the top of the table. Now, I would be freaked out, even at all my experience. I'd be freaked out, but they weren't. They were more intrigued, and the roommate, who was also a nurse, said to Donna, "Why don't we have a seance? I know a psychic. Maybe she's trying to tell us something." And in fact, that's what they did. They had a seance and had the young psychic come in, that there was a friend of theirs. They did a seance, and the psychic said the following. The psychic said, that doll has a human entity in it. She was killed outside your apartment complex in a car accident. She's about 6 years old. Her name is Annabelle. That's where the name came from. And the girls, not being scared, which I'd have been scared from the levitation, they said, wow, there's a girl living in there. And they really started to treat this doll like a girl. And one day, this is what changed their mind. One day, Lou, who was the fiance of Donna, was sleeping on the couch. And he was sound asleep, and then he woke up with a start, and he jumped up, and he was all sweaty, and he was holding his neck. And Donna says, "What's the matter? What happened to you?" And the doll was in the corner of the couch. And he said, that doll, I had a darn nightmare thinking that doll was strangling me. She was crawling up my leg, and she tried to strangle me to death. And he was all sweaty. He picks up the doll. He throws it across the room, and he says, "That's just a Raggedy Ann doll. Can't hurt anybody." With that, 7 psychic wounds appeared on his body. 4 on his chest, 3 on his stomach. You could actually see the blood coming through the shirt as if someone took a scalpel. And now the nurses, now they're terrified, and so was Lou. They knew it wasn't a girl inside that doll. It was something much worse. And that's when they called Ed Warren and Lorraine. Well, first they called the High Episcopal Canon in Hartford, Father Nolan. And he said, "You know what? I don't know how to handle that." He said, I'm not experienced at all. Call the Warrens. That's what he said. And they did. They called Ed. And Ed and Lorraine came out, talked to the girls, and decided that an exorcism of the house had to be performed, which they had done by a priest. And brought the doll back and put it in the case. Now, this is not the original case. I can show you where the original case is. Over here. This is the original case right here. And if you look, you can't really see very well in there because it's dark in here. But if you look, I have the movie doll in here. And I'll show you that at some point in a future video. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for now. Keep tuning into the channel. I'll have a lot of good stuff on. I'm going to go one by one with a lot of these artifacts. And I'll have an overview of the entire museum at some point. But remember, this is the only real Annabelle doll. Anybody that tells you they have it are full of BS. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.